Greetings. I'm Dr. Lisa Isaac, President of Gateway Medical Society, and I warmly welcome you to our scholarship presentation. Gateway Medical Society was established in Pittsburgh in 1963 as a component of the National Medical Association with a mission to eradicate healthcare disparities in minority communities. In order to achieve our mission, we work towards several goals, one of which is increasing the pipeline of minority healthcare professionals. Toward that goal, we award scholarships annually. Usually, most of our scholarship presentations and recognitions are made at our annual Oswald-Nicken, MD, Physician of the Year and Scholarship Gala each fall. COVID-19 impacted the lives of everyone in so many ways in 2020. Gateway Medical Society was no exception. Among other things, our 2020 gala had to be canceled. We have had to rearrange how we do everything, including presentation of the scholarships. And while it may be a bit later, we are pleased to finally recognize our 2020 scholarship recipients. I congratulate all of the recipients. In heroic fashion, they have continued to excel despite the adversity of the pandemic and are truly deserving of their awards. Also at this time, I would like to sincerely thank Highmark, Allegheny Health Network, UPMC, the Hines Endowments, Gateway Health, Allegheny County Health Department, and One Hood Media for their generous support of Gateway Medical Society. And finally, I thank you for taking the time to join us virtually. Now, I will kick off the presentations by introducing the recipients of our second year medical student scholarships. They are both active members of the Student National Medical Association at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine and active in community service. The first recipient is Rachel Eliezu, an MD candidate in the class of 2023. She earned a Bachelor of Science degree in neuroscience at the University of Pittsburgh, followed by 2 years of clinical research at UPMC and other hospitals prior to entering medical school. She is involved in various organizations, working groups, and has received several fellowship awards. While serving in leadership roles in the Student National Medical Association, both in the local chapter and in Region 8, she has also found time to serve as a community volunteer. Her research and community activities are clearly aligned with Gateway's mission, and she is dedicated to reducing disparities in healthcare. Congratulations, Rachel. The second recipient is Austin Anthony, an MD candidate in the class of 2023 with special interest in bioengineering, biotechnology, and innovation. He earned a Bachelor of Engineering in Biomedical Engineering from Vanderbilt University and a Master of Arts in Biology from Fisk University. Austin has been involved in research and has served in leadership roles throughout his undergraduate, graduate, and med school years. He is currently active in leadership roles in the Student National Medical Association, the American Medical Association, and is president of the class of 2023. With multiple publications, presentations, and awards earned, he continues active engagement with several committees, including such as the Dean's Rapid Responses Team for Racial Justice, all while serving as a community volunteer in minority and underserved communities. And if that's not enough, his lobbying efforts within the medical school to reduce bias and increase support of minority medical students helps to preserve the pipeline for the future. Congratulations, Austin. Now, let's view our two recipients' acceptance of their scholarship award.
Hello, my name is Rachel Eliezu, and I am a second year medical student at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. And I want to first say how honored and thankful I am to be this year's recipient of Gateway Medical Society's Scholarship Award. I truly, truly appreciate all those who were involved in the selection process for considering me and providing me with this recognition and financial support. I honestly applied for this award as a first step in creating and building a relationship with Gateway Medical Society members. This was really important to me because throughout my road to medicine, I've learned that you really can't succeed without a helping hand from someone who's come before you. And at every step in my path, there has always been some sort of mentor around me, kind of like the wind beneath my wings, whether it was an upperclassman, a teacher, a faculty member, or a physician that was interacting with me. Each and every single one of those interactions were always impactful. I think there is something to be said about the weight of support and advice when it comes from somebody who has shared experiences as you, or just somebody who can simply understand and empathize with your life experiences. And as I am deep in my step one dedicated study period and on my way to approaching being a third year here at Pitt Med, I am recognizing that the need for this type of support honestly just never goes away. You can just never have too many people who are dedicated to advising and encouraging you. And I know that personally, this type of encouragement and sound advice has provided me the strength to continue on my journey to medicine when at times I felt that I wasn't good enough or I just wasn't strong enough to make it. So I just know that this award will allow me to manifest an opportunity for continued mentorship and guidance that will shape the physician that I become. So thank you again so much, Gateway Medical Society, for this honor and this amazing opportunity.
Hello, I'm Austin Anthony, and it is an honor to be chosen for the Gateway Medical Society Medical Student Scholarship. I just want to start by saying that I am incredibly grateful to be receiving the funding through this very generous scholarship opportunity. I am currently a second year medical student at the University of Pittsburgh, and the financial assistance that you all have provided me will be of great help to me in paying my educational expenses. It will allow me to concentrate more of my time on studying. So I just want to say thank you personally for your generosity because without scholarship patrons such as yourself that are willing to support medical education, students such as myself would be unable to pursue advanced healthcare degrees because of the financial burdens. The mission of the Gateway Medical Society is very close to me because as a physician in training, I believe that it is my duty to ensure that the next generation of physicians does not perpetuate the medical racism that has been present in our nation's healthcare system since its conception. I believe that this funding opportunity will allow me the flexibility to continue the fight against these issues while lowering the financial burden that I'm taking on through school. As a first generation medical student, there have been many challenges on this road, and I'm sure that there will be many more challenges as I continue to advance through my education. However, knowing that I have the support of the Gateway Medical Society is very comforting. They've been where I've been, and they've done what I want to do one day. So I remember meeting many of you all at the murder mystery party, and I cannot wait to be able to reconnect in person once the pandemic has subsided. So I just want to end by saying thank you again for your generosity and support. I promise you that I will work very hard to be able to give back to others one day, like you've done to me, both as a physician and possibly even make a scholarship to future students such as myself. So thank you so much.
My name is Dr. William Simmons. I truly am thankful to my colleagues at Gateway Medical Society for giving me the opportunity of presenting this very next award. The recipient of this award has been working toward this goal for almost 11 years. He actually finished the goal in 10 years, but for the last year, COVID-19 has stopped us from recognizing him. He has been with Gateway, the Journey to Medicine program, ever since the beginning. He was in our first class. We can't really take complete credit for his success because when he came to us, he was already an honor student from kindergarten. He also excelled in sports. He played football, track, league basketball. And because of his small size, he was considered a person who had a very big heart and tried his very best to do well in everything. But the small stature had a very positive effect on the other sport, which was it was perfect for his BMX racing. And he was so good that he was ranked among the top in both the state and the national ranking of BMX racing. And even though he was so busy with all of these other things, he even found the time to be on the marching band for his high school. In 2011, we were trying to find a way to increase the number of African American physicians in Western Pennsylvania. Dr. Anita Edwards came up with the vision that we could cultivate, mentor, and mentally strengthen a group of students from Western Pennsylvania so that they would be more likely to want to stay here and make their practice in this region. Those young men were the choice. We made the choice of young men primarily because they were the most vulnerable group. African American men had a lower graduation rate of 58% at the time, and we felt that we could make our biggest impact if we could improve and get a cohort of them that were able to pursue the rigors of science and math and hence go on to medical school. The academic mentorship program was and the head cheerleader and father figure of the Journey to Medicine academic mentorship program was Morris Turner Jr. Each one of the students owe a great deal to him because of the constant presence that he showed, the constant strength that he was able to convey and to give them the belief that they could grow to do anything that they wanted to do. This particular recipient went on to Tuskegee University, and he just won one award after the other to the point of becoming an eminent scholar with a 3.85 GPA upon graduation. He was a member of at least 2 different honors programs. During the summers, he would come back to Pittsburgh, and we were able to open some doors to get him into a research program. The research summer program that we chose had influenced by Dr. Chentis Pettigrew, facilitated him being interviewed into the early admissions program to the medical school. So after only one summer of working at the University of Pittsburgh during a research project, he excelled so much that he was interviewed and accepted into an early admissions program at the University of Pittsburgh during his junior year in college on a provisional basis that he would continue to do extremely well in his college work. Not only did he do well, but he graduated among the top of his class in his senior year. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Odell Minifield III. Odell has been the first student to actually graduate from the Journey to Medicine program that have gone to medical school. And he has been the one who has actually put form and substance to our hopes and dreams of actually creating a pathway to medicine. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Odell Minifield III, and I'm here to formally accept the scholarship given to me by the Gateway Medical Society. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Gateway Medical Society for seeing my growth from 6th grade to now as a first-year medical student here at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. All the resources, mentors that you've provided to me, as well as now an amazing scholarship award that will help me financially with my academic development and my academic career, and eventually my goal to become a physician. So I thank for that. Also, I'd like to thank the Journey to Medicine program, the mentorship program that has basically encapsulated my life since the 6th grade, for gaining and giving me wisdom, knowledge, mentorship from many mentors, and exposure to different aspects of the medical field that other people that were in my position didn't really get at all. And it's a special privilege to be in that program and to now move from the mentee stage to a mentor stage, and to be the first of many to come. The first to be a medical student of the program, to come out of the program and become a medical student. It's a big achievement for, both I and the program. And, like I said before, there's many to come. There's many mentees behind me that are going to follow my footsteps and become even better, academics, better physicians that I will become than I will be. So, I like to thank, some special mentors that have helped me and gave me resources and opened up many doors for me to get to this point, such as Dr. William Simmons, Dr. Jan Madison, Dr. Anita Edwards, Dr. Morris Turner, Senior, Mr. Morris Turner Jr., Derek Turner, many, many more people that I can thank. And it's just amazing that those people have become such a family to me and such a support system to me, and it has helped me, get to the point I am now and many steps further. I'm sure that they'll help me with. My background. I grew up in the Hazelwood neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm a first generation college graduate. Graduated from Tuskegee University in May of 2020. And now the first generation medical student in my family. So it means a lot to me to be at this stage, and without the support of the Gateway Medical Society, the Journey to Medicine program, as well as my family and friends, I don't think I could have done it all by myself. So I just appreciate everything that this program has provided to me, and has seen my growth, and my maturity, and as a man, as a African American man in a field that does not have much representation of African Americans, both male and female. So, I just owe a lot to a lot of different people, and I couldn't have done it on my own. And like I said before, this is the first of many students to enter into the medical field from this program into medical school at that, from this program. So just stay tuned and be aware of us for the future. So thank you so much.
On behalf of the Gateway Medical Society, we are proud to present you Odell Minifield, the first Dr. Morris Turner Scholarship. We're so proud that you are following in his footsteps, more or less. I just want you to know that there was a little song that Morris used to hum, this little song all the time. And I never heard him sing the actual song, but I used to hear him humming it sometimes. And it was called Pass It On. And the words go something like this, and I may not have all the words correct, but you'll know what I'm talking about. It only takes a spark to get a fire going, and soon all those around will warm up to its glowing. Once you've experienced God's love, you want to pass it on. So Odell, tonight we award you this scholarship, knowing that you're going to pass on the love of God in your work as he did those years ago, all those years ago. So thank you very much to the Gateway Medical Society. We appreciate you and we love you too. Thank you.
Odell, we're really proud of you, and we are very, very happy that you are the first recipient of the Memorial Scholarship for Dr. Morris Turner through Gateway Medical Society. You are, I think I speak for everybody in the Journey to Medicine program when I say you are the pride and joy of Journey to Medicine. One of the first people to graduate from the program, and you are really the embodiment of the vision of the Journey to Medicine program. So we're really, really proud of you, and we wish you well. We know you're going to continue to do great things, and we're excited for what the future holds for you.
As Mr. Derrick said, congratulations, Odell. You embody the mission and purpose of the Gateway Medical Society Journey to Medicine program. I can't tell you how proud I am, especially since I'm the person that brought you into this program in the 6th grade. So congratulations, Odell. I have a lot of blessings in store for you. Continue to work hard, and we will always back you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Odell Minifield III, and I'm here to formally accept the scholarship given to me by the Dr. Morris Turner Senior Scholarship Fund. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Turner family for believing in me and giving me this scholarship to help towards my academic goal and through my matriculation through medical school. Most specifically, I'd like to thank Morris Turner Jr. and Derrick Turner, who have been two excellent role models and mentors to me throughout the Journey to Medicine program from 6th grade all the way till now. And the wisdom and knowledge that they have, shared with me have just been, so valuable to me and helped me grow as a man, as an African American man, as a student, and just in life in general. And those are things that I'll hold on to, forever. They've become such like family to me that, it's almost, I can call them for anything or, to do anything or ask anything or anything that I ever needed. They were always there and available to me. And I know that, the wisdom and the knowledge they shared with me was knowledge that was shared to them by Dr. Morris Turner Sr. And Dr. Morris Turner Sr., what else can you say about him? He's one of the greatest men I ever met in my life, and one of the most known doctors that in Pittsburgh. He's pretty much birthed 75% of the babies here in Pittsburgh, it seems like, and he just knew so many people, and his smile just lit up the room, and the few years that I did get to spend with him as being one of the first students in the class of the first class of Journey to Medicine mentoring program, I've got to spend a few years with him before his unfortunate passing, and he's just been such a great influence to me, as in being the vision and being the goal for me, seeing that we can have great African American doctors, and that showed me that I can become one of those doctors as well. And just his influence has played such a huge role in my decision to just become in the medical field and become a physician and become the vision that I wanted to see, and become a reflection of him and what his dreams and goals were. So Dr. Morris Turner Sr. Has played such a huge role in my life and what I've become today. And like I said before, the Turner family, I can't thank enough for this scholarship and enough for the support and just family that you have given me in my life. And it's just something that and further I'm just so much indebted to, and just I understand that the responsibility of you guys believing in me and trusting me and sharing with me everything that you have shared with me will never go in vain, and I will achieve every goal that is expected of me, and make Dr. Morris Turner Sr. proud. So thank you so much.